What is going on, guys? Sid here with another episode of 5-Minute Boss Battles. And guys, it was only a matter of time before we returned to Streets of Rage 2, the game that I remember playing vividly in 1994. And guys, you may ask why I've chosen to choose Stage 3 for this episode of 5-Minute Boss Battles. And also, on a side note, I know you guys have been seeing a lot of Spooky Season Specials content, and guys, don't worry, we're going to be returning to that as well as the fall season is upon us, right? So definitely expect more interchangeability between 5-Minute Boss Battles and Spooky Season Specials, right? So if you guys are new to the concept of 5-Minute Boss Battles, it's basically if the boss battle is between 5 to 10 minutes, we will feature the video game. And guys, right there you can see on the arcade, Bare Knuckle. That's the original title. Little trivia for you guys, if you guys did tune into the previous Streets of Rage 2 episode in 5-Minute Boss Battles, we did touch upon that briefly, but that was the original title, and I was just like learning it back then, right? So Bare Knuckle and Bare Knuckle 2. This is Bare Knuckle 2 essentially, right? Yeah, that's the original title for Streets of Rage, right? Yeah, it's been a while since we featured any episode of this game on 5-Minute Boss Battles, but guys, I had to return to the game, right? Because this was largely the game that I played in the beginning season, in the beginning months of 1994, I want to say, yeah, because I believe it either came bundled with my Sega Genesis or my father just picked it up for me on the side. I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure it came with my Sega Genesis, right? With my bundle. And this game, I didn't really touch Streets of Rage. If you saw the last video, we do touch upon a lot of these topics, but I didn't really play Streets of Rage 1, right? My introduction to this game came in Streets of Rage 2, but this game in particular, this level in particular, reminded me of another game, right? So the character style, the character models, right? This game, I know all the purists already know where I'm going with this, right? The Streets of Rage purist. I'm not a Streets of Rage purist, right? I'm just gonna preface by saying that, right? I'm not gonna like try to master a long play or anything, right? This is basically a nostalgia. This is basically nostalgia content for me, right? So, guys, this level in particular, right, really does remind me of another video game, and we're gonna get to it, and you're gonna see it in the final boss, right? And you're gonna already know. A lot of people are already gonna know who I'm thinking about, right, when we're playing this level. But yeah, guys, I did an amazing run for the first half of the game, right? For the first half of my long play today, I did an amazing run, and it felt like the old times, right? It felt like I remembered how to lock everyone in place, and that was you know, and a large part of me playing today was being jacked up on coffee, because right before this I did touch Five Nights at Freddy's, and then I was like, you know what, let's get away from the monotony of Spooky Season Specials, right, and let's touch Streets of Rage 2 a little bit more, right? Bare Knuckle 2 a little bit more, right? So that's some trivia for you guys if you guys did forget, or if you guys are new to the channel, right? So I do have a little bit more trivia for you guys. This is coming off of GameFAQs.com. So Skate was originally called Sammy in the Japanese version of the game, right? Let me see what else, right? I think there's a wrestler, right? Let me see. Where is it? This is the only game in the trilogy where the wrestler Max is a playable character, right? It was contributed by a user No Identity on the GameFAQs forums, right? But I remember browsing the GameFAQs forums, right? Largely in my middle school years, right? I used to I think it was the middle school to high school years, I used to use GameFAQs a lot, right? And crazy enough, I'm on this website, right? So that's awesome, right? So I'm getting a rush of memories right now from when I used to do all the nostalgia games back in the day, when I wasn't just a FIFA FUT player, right? So it's been a long time since I haven't been that, but and it's been a long time since I've touched any other game, right? But aside from Metal Gear Solid, which eventually we're gonna end up featuring the legendary Metal Gear Solid games, right? Eventually we're gonna touch base on that, but for right now, we're clearing Stage 3, and it's easy enough, right? You can time. I've pretty much gotten the hang of timing my opponents, predicting my opponents' movements, and they're The thing is, they do recycle models in the game. They change the colors around, and they increase their health, and I guess they're movement speeds, right? But essentially once you lock a character in place, aside from the boss battles, right? Once you lock the mini bosses in place, you can easily just clear the level, right? Clear that part of the level, right? So right now, that's exactly what we're doing. I just stabbed this dude, and absolutely brilliant, right? So this was, like I said, this was this instantly brings me back to a time when all the Batman movies were huge, right? And you know, Batman Begins, right? Not Batman Begins. What the hell am I saying? Batman Returns. There we go. There's the movie, right? So around this time, I was big on the Michael Keaton Batmans, right? So that was a big part of my childhood. Streets of Rage 2 was a big part of my childhood. Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat games. Eventually, we're gonna feature all of that stuff, the original content, right? The original OG content is going to make an appearance on 5-minute boss battles soon enough. But right now, this stupid animation definitely irked me at this part. But we're getting up to the boss battle, right? 4 or 5-minute boss battles, and this one is a doozy. This one, we're getting here, and as you can see, the color scheme's kind of changing at this part of the stage, right? And it's such a night and day change from where we were at the start of stage 3 to the ending of stage 3, right? So purple signal is out, and we're getting close to the final. This is kind of spooky, right? When you're growing up as a kid, right? It's kind of like intersects with spooky season specials, right? I guess good word for both, right? It's like a crossover episode at this point, right? At this stage, right? Because when you're a kid growing up and you're seeing this stuff, you're like, whoa, right? And you're not really used to 2D graphics, or at this time, a lot of people were new to this level of graphical detail, right? If you didn't own a PC, right? So yeah, look at this thing. What is this thing, right? I still don't know to this day. And this isn't the main boss, right? This is the boss that comes right before, right? Or the sub boss. I don't know what the hell you call it, right? But yeah, definitely used to give me a lot of hiccups, a lot of trouble when I was younger. But right now, he's pretty easy, right? So right here, I make a little minor mistake, right? But he blows up, right? And you gotta like stay away from the part where he blows up. But yeah, clear that, and I've got 6 lives remaining, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be a doozy, and this is just how I remember the game, right? But obviously, I'm gonna make a little bit of hiccups here and there, and that's because, you know, I'm really just relearning how to play the game again, right? But here we go. Guys, who are we thinking of when we see this boss, right? His name is Zamza, but guys, if you are thinking about who I am thinking about, you already know what game we are alluding to. Obviously, we are alluding to Blanca, right? Because this guy, Zamza, looks exactly like, he looked like a straight ripoff of Blanca, and I don't know which game came out before the other, right? Maybe I'm the one who's messing up the details, but look at the villain. There's gotta be a tie-in, or there's gotta be some kind of inspiration. I don't know, but when I was growing up and I saw this, it was around the same time I was playing Street Fighter. So if you guys want to clarify in the comments, please do so, right? Does this guy remind you of Blanca? Because from the way he's hunched, right? But of course he's got his differences. He's got claws like Vega, right? I'm just like looking at this game, and I'm just like thinking to myself, yo, I've got to remember how to move with this guy. This guy's giving me a lot of trouble. And right there, I make the wrong input. But obviously, I'm panicking right now because I don't really remember how to fight Zamza, right? And I'm like trying to memorize his character movements for 5-minute boss battles. But guys, this guy was crazy, right? He's all over the place. Obviously, he doesn't have the jetpack or anything, but he's still really hard to clear. And I remember when I was growing up, this boss battle was actually easier, but I guess I was playing this game much more religiously, but I forgot how hard he was. Like, a lot of the Streets of Rage purists are going to be looking at this right now and kicking me, wanting to kick me, because he shouldn't be as hard as I'm making him look, right? And I'm just wasting lives like no one's business, but I'm trying to like time his jumps and time the directional changes of his jumps. He's so elusive, right? Was this stage hard for you guys? Like, obviously I'm playing the stage Cold Turkey. It's a long play, right? I'm playing him for the first time in years. But guys, let me know in the comments down below for 5-minute boss battles, right? how was your, like, do you remember clearing stage 3? Because that seemed a lot harder than I remember. But guys, this has been Sid with another episode of 5 Minute Boss Battles.